Hello everyone, this is GameFrost. In today's new mobile tutorial video, what we're going to be doing today is to balance our phone's speed using fde.ai and greenify to literally max out performance while not losing any power or just use low power consumption, which is pretty good because many phones like mine, I have a 2800 milliamp battery, which is really not enough for standard, like as a standard. Like sometimes people prefer what 4,000, 5,000 milliamps, which are very big batteries that could literally last for what 13, even up to 20 or 48 hours. We don't know about that. So basically, what I'm going to be showing you guys today is how to install fde.ai, which is a magisk module, and greenify, which is an app, or it could be a rooted app, whatever it is. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is to install Greenify, but I already have that installed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the data of Greenify so I can show you how it actually works. So I'm just going to clear data real quick, and I'm going to press force stop, and then we'll go straight to Greenify. So all you need to do is go straight in after when you install the app. And yeah, it says welcome to Greenify. Greenify aims to keep your device as smooth and lasting per charge as in the first day by putting misbehaving apps into hibernation. So basically, if there are many apps in your phone that are not hibernating, it will actually increase power consumption and heat output, and you're gonna be like, yo, who's the culprit? Who's making all this use on my phone? And I have many apps before that use a lot of power on my phone without warning, and it just literally depletes my battery like crazy. I didn't know why. So in Greenify, it's basically a solution. I know everybody heard of Greenify, they've used it, and there's even a magisk module for it, but I didn't really feel like installing the magisk module. So I installed the Greenify app. So you can do it non-rooted way, or you could do it in a rooted way. So since I'm rooted, I press this, and it's gonna ask to grant. So Greenify was granted super user rights from magisk because it's gonna ask you to grant. I already granted that permission, and I click finish. So the first thing you want to do is to create the plus icon, and it shows you the app analyzer. So what I'm gonna do is press show more apps. That's what you need to do, and all you need to do is just press all of this, all of the apps that you have, just in case. So I think I'm not gonna press magisk manager. It just depends on what you're clicking. If you don't want to hibernate certain apps, you don't have to click on it. So you press the check mark. So you press the check mark, continue. Oh wait, no. Do not do it on your launcher. So de-greenify, yeah. So as you can see, it will greenify the screen recorder and power shade. So I think I cannot hibernate this one either, because that might cause a problem with the screen recorder. So let's change that real quick. Alright, so first off, what you need to do is to install Greenify. So the Greenify app is basically a simple app that basically hibernate your apps, right? And I know many people heard of it, and there's over 10 million downloads. It can work for non-rooted and rooted devices, and I'm glad that that app exists, because I remember there was one times in some cases where there are some apps that you don't even know that are running in the background that will deplete your battery, because since my battery has 2800 milliamps, it's not really enough for everyday use. Now for 2800 milliamps, you can basically run the phone, like if you're like doing idle tasks, it can run up to 13 hours, which is really not enough. And if you're gaming, it could be like what 3-4 hours, and that's about it. It'll deplete. And for Greenify, it'll actually hibernate the consuming apps, because I know most phones have like what 4,000, 5,000 milliamp batteries, and they're just flagships. So it makes sense because they have bigger batteries, better battery life. They could go up to 20, 48 hours. So for Greenify, I'm gonna reset the data and everything just to show you how it works when you first start. So if you haven't installed Greenify, this is basically the app for you. So we're gonna click here, and now it says welcome to Greenify. Greenify aims to keep your device as smooth and lasting per charge as in the first day by putting misbehaving apps into hibernation. So this is what it basically means. So if there's any apps that actually uses your background usage, then you can just use Greenify to literally remove, like, put it into hibernation. So my device is rooted. Next, finish. All right, so we're gonna do now is go on app analyzer. We press the plus icon, and then we're gonna press all of this. So print everything. So eBay, Facebook, Google Play services. Actually not these. All right, and that's about it. And now all of these are, so basically it shows you which is background free and which one is not. So basically all of these apps right here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, wait, is that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 9? So there's 9 apps that are actually hibernated right now. And so yeah, this is what actually save your battery, trust me. So it does work with non-rooted device, just to tell you guys. So the next thing we want to do now is go straight into Magisk, and we're going to install fde.ai. Now what fde.ai is basically a special kernel tweak AI tool, or the ultimate Android optimizer. Basically what it does is it uses a special AI that literally tweaks your Android performance, and it can work for many different devices. It's universal. It could work up to Android 4.1. It shows you everything. So you gain performance. It's like a balance kind of thing. It kind of tweaks your governor your governor settings, so you don't have to install FK kernel manager. You don't have to install elphaba or anything like that. Now the problem is that since it's an all-in-one Android optimizer, you cannot use LKT or NFS injector. If you use those things, it will cause problems. So just to remind you guys, it does work with ARM v7 V8. I'm using ARM 32-bit, but my processor is 64-bit. I don't know what's wrong with Motorola. I guess they want to put my OS as 32-bit for some reason. And yeah, so you can also get the app on Google Play. I believe it's a paid app, so if you want to support the developer on Farivolt, you can. It's all up on you. So let's restart this phone so I can show you the full function. Alright, so now since the device has reset, now it might take maybe a few seconds to maybe 1 minute for fde.ai to initialize, and I'm gonna show you how it actually runs. So if you want to know when it runs, all you need to do is to install any root browser. So I installed this app right here called root browser. You can basically find it on the Google Play Store, and what I did was go on the search bar and I typed in fde.ai, or no, actually not, I think it was fde, yeah. So it shows you fde.text. So all I have to do is just go here and press text editor, and as you can see, it shows you the version by Farivolt. It shows you your Android version, your system ROM version, everything. So it shows you your root method, which I'm using magisk version 20. I'm using 32-bit Android, and it shows you everything. It shows you your CPU load, total RAM usage. It shows you the GPU driver. It shows you how many frame rate you're rendering right now. My battery capacity is 29 milliamps. As you can see, I've been using this phone for about, let's say, 2 hours, and now it went from 2800 to 2500 milliamps, which is pretty good. So starting to optimize system. Now the thing about FDE is that it acts kind of like a hybrid hard drive, like a hard drive that has like let's say parts of an SSD NAND. And what a hybrid hard drive does is that when it loads up a file or a game, whatever you have, it adapts to it. So when you restart and open it again, it gets faster and faster. The load times get what they call it, it gets shorter every time. So that's what fde.ai is. So every time when you boot up, it'll adapt to your system, and it shows you what it's going to do. So like it'll put you on CPU turbo mode. It's like it'll put you in battery safe mode. It just all depends on your device. That's what fde.ai does. It optimizes everything, GPU turbo everything. And if you want to know more about it, all you need to do is just go here, device information. I think SOC. I think go straight to SOC. Now I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, it shows you it's on interactive. Of course, I'm using the interactive governor. Always stay as interactive governor because it's basically the best governor that you'll ever have. Because I mean it's the most commonly used governor, so it shows you that I'm running all on 1401 and I'm using 71% of my battery, which is not bad whatsoever. Now I was thinking about benchmarking it, but trust me, like if you're talking about IO, like let's say storage, I think it might go up a 50 to 150%. I just didn't have the time to benchmark. It's just a short tutorial on how to install those two things, just to balance both your performance and battery life. So yeah, so if you guys like this video, all you need to do is just leave a thumbs up. Also, if you want to subscribe to this channel, all you do is just press the subscribe button, click the notification bell icon so you never miss a new video. Also, if you want to check out my Discord server, link will be down in the description. I know my Discord server is still kind of small, but we did gain over 20 members, which was pretty good. So if you want to join our humble server, you can. And yeah, so that's it for the mobile tutorial video. If you have any suggestions, leave it down in the comments below. Have a great day, everybody.